Welcome to episode 102 of the Various and Sundry podcast. I am your host, Matt Harmon, joined live from the Vault Studio on the beautiful campus of Grace College and Theological Seminary by my good friend, my colleague, my co-host, and the man who will soon be changing his name to Paul, John Scott Sloat.
Hey, Doc.
What's going on?
Well, somebody referred to me as Paul this last week.
Yeah, not just any somebody.
The Gospel Coalition referred to me as Paul this last week.
Yes. Yes, indeed. I think we probably need to give a little context to our listeners.
Yeah, so you and I, for 2.5 years?
Has it been that long?
I think it's been that long. Have been working on a project.
Yeah, okay.
With the Gospel Coalition to bring about some lay-level commentary.
Mm-hmm.
So really, I am taking your commentaries, whittling them down by, something like 10% of the words you actually use, whittling the whole book of 2 Peter and Galatians down to more digestible sizes.
Yeah.
And Gospel Coalition is going to publish that, I think, in like 5 or 6 languages. Kind of a cool project.
Yeah.
Well, the website,
free access.
Free to the world. You and I are the only co-authors in the series.
Yeah.
And they have like the website's in beta right now. Like if you Google about it, you can find it, but you can't like go to the Gospel Coalition website and find it.
Okay.
And I was just because we sent in 2 Peter, what was that, a month or 2 ago?
Oh, I think it was more than that.
And so I was just like, I wonder if it's up there. And so I just Googled around a little bit, found the website, and they had not posted it yet. They've posted some of the other ones.
Yeah. And
they had not posted ours. However, it said Matt Harmon and Paul Sloat.
Yes.
Right there on the page for
2 Peter.
And
Galatians.
And Galatians, yeah. Now, to their credit, I sent it to you because I thought it was funny.
Yeah.
And then you emailed me back and said, you need to email them and tell them that's not your name. And so I sent them a quick note, And the guy we're working with, Phil, do you know Phil?
No.
Okay. So the guy we're working with, Phil, I think he's in South Carolina.
Sure.
Seems like a nice enough guy. I sent him a quick note like, hey, this is going on. And he goes, oh, well, the website's still in beta testing, but thanks for letting me know. I've changed it already and it's done. And it was gone within 2 seconds, which I didn't want that to happen. I wanted to be able to screenshot it and send it out to people. And I can't do that anymore.
Do you have any relatives named Paul?
I don't think so. I can't think of a single Paul Sloat.
Okay.
That'd be a good question for my dad.
Yeah. It could be your nom de plume, your fake author name.
I love that idea. My pseudonym. Yeah.
Yes.
My pen name.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'll try to stick with calling you John for the foreseeable future until you tell me otherwise.
Well, John's my radio name. So
okay. There you go. It's good to have multiple identities, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's sort of like, but not really. I mean, N.T. Wright, that's the name he puts on his more academic books.
Yep.
And then on his more popular level stuff, it's Tom.
It's Tom.
Tom Wright.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. He wants to appear approachable by calling himself
I guess.
Tom.
Yeah. Yeah. Interesting that he goes with his middle name there.
Mm-hmm. What's his first name?
Nicholas.
He could go Nick
Wright. Nicholas Thomas Wright is his full name.
Ooh.
You think Tom was a better choice?
I think Tom's a better choice.
Yeah.
With Wright.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Okay. Well, if you would like to contact the show, you can find us on Twitter at VNSPod. If you'd like to send an email to Paul Sloat, you can reach him at variousandsundrypodcast@gmail.com. And you can find the podcast on our Facebook page as well as our YouTube channel. So I didn't check. Do we have any new reviews?
I didn't look.
I didn't look either.
We do get emails to the pod, mostly from people going, oh my goodness, Matt and John, you're the podcasters I've been looking for. Try this wonderful new service that we have for XYZ.
Yeah, assuming that, of course, we have deep pockets and podcast money just sitting around in buckets looking to spend.
Yeah, yeah. But it was interesting.
Okay. All right. Speaking of interesting, let's talk sports.
Okay, Let's do it.
Tell us about your Jets.
Well, the sun rose and the sun set again, and the Jets lost the game.
They did. They played the Saints, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
The battered Saints.
Yeah. That. So where are we at on the hope meter right now?
Well, the Jets were officially eliminated from the playoffs yesterday.
So what are they, like 2-8? No.
Yeah, that sounds.
They've won 2 games, right?
I believe so. Yeah. They beat the Titans.
Are they 2-10 then? Because
They beat the Titans. They beat the Bengals.
aren't we about 12? We got to be like 12, 13 games into the season now.
Actually, the Jets have won 3 games.
Okay,
I forgot one in
there.
there.
So like 3-9, 3-10.
3-10.
Okay.
Out of a 17-game season.
Yeah, the math still's hard, isn't it?
The math is hard. So is that 4 games to go?
Yeah.
Who else did we beat? Oh, we beat the Texans. That was it.
Yeah. Okay.
We beat the Texans.
All right. So I watched only a little bit of NFL yesterday. The Bears-Packers game was entertaining last night on Sunday night. That was very entertaining, back and forth. There was a 96-yard punt return touchdown.
Nice. First one of the year, right?
You don't see punt returns that are that long typically because
They let it go into the end zone.
right, the general rule is you put your feet on like the 5-yard line. If it's going to go over your head, you let it bounce, and 9 times out of 10 that ball bounces into the end zone. You get the ball at the 20. Well, the Bears player, I forget his name now, but he caught it at like the 4 and looked like it was going to go absolutely nowhere. Made this really nice cutback and then just accelerated into light speed and took it to the house. It was an impressive return. So, entertaining game, to say the least. But, and then I think I caught the end of the Browns-Ravens game.
Yeah, I saw the end of that.
Browns hung on. And
Yeah, Lamar Jackson. Almost called him Jamar Laxon. Lamar Jackson got knocked out in the first beginning of the second quarter.
Yeah.
With an injury they still almost came back and won that game. They were down 24-3, I think it was.
Something like that. And lost 24-22, I think. But they scored a touchdown with like a minute left and then actually recovered the onside kick. You just don't see onside kicks recovered anymore.
Yeah.
Because with the new rule changes where they limit how many players you can have on one side of the ball when you kick it. Like it used to be you could, if you wanted to, you could put, you'd have the kicker and then you could put the other 10 guys all on the side you're going to kick the ball to. But because that was deemed unsafe now, I forget what the number is, but you can only have maybe like 6 on one side of the ball or something like that. So, but they managed to still recover it.
Yeah, I believe an offensive lineman was going up to engage some of the guys coming after the ball, and it just hit him in the hip.
Yeah. So my perception is that the playoff race looks pretty wide open in both conferences. Like there's no team that's really fully separated itself as like this is the clearly the best team in that conference.
You don't think the Buccaneers have done that?
I don't know. They're 10-3.
Yeah.
It's all right.
With 4 to go?
Yeah. So I mean, I think they're probably the best, but they don't look dominant to me.
No.
Let's see. Anything else from the NFL?
Not that I can think of.
Okay. College football, quiet weekend. There was the Army-Navy game, which
I heard that was exciting. I saw on Twitter it was exciting.
Didn't watch. Heisman Trophy was awarded to Bryce Young, quarterback from Alabama.
Yeah, very little hype about that.
No surprise there. Baseball. Anything going on with baseball?
I mean, they're still locked out. I think if we get to the end of January and they're still locked out, I think I'll get worried. But right now, I'm not. I'm not super worried. I imagine we'll get through the holidays. First week of January, we'll see a deal struck.
Okay.
I hear they're not that far apart.
No.
That's sort of my insiders, my informants that call me. They're not that far
Sources close to these sides.
Yeah.
Okay.
The Mets are in the midst of a managerial search, and it sounds like Buck Showalter, who, quite frankly, I didn't know was still alive, is going to be the potential manager of the Mets next year.
Yeah, we were talking about this before we went on, but my perception, I don't follow baseball super closely. It just feels like baseball tends to recycle managers, meaning that guys get 5, 6, 7 shots at it before they probably get kind of moved out of the wash cycle and say, okay, you're done.
Well, and I think the manager means less and less over time. Like I think as we get to more analytics, like lineups are set by the GM now, not by the manager.
Yeah.
Like the manager really does like personnel, quality control, working with the guys a little bit, and like when to pull a pitcher, which are big deals in the game, but not the emphasis it used to be. For sure.
Yeah, it'd be interesting. We could do an episode to satisfy our sports folks. Not most people, but analytics in general fascinate me in the sense of I feel like people go to one of two extremes. It's either all in and you take some of the kind of the intuition, the feel out of sports, and then others are so opposed to them that they don't want anything to do with the analytics. Yeah.
Question, not on the analytics side of things. Managers in baseball, why are they wearing uniforms? Is there like a chance they're going in?
I mean, it seems to be a relic of a bygone era. But I feel like when I've seen like really old pictures of baseball, that way back in the day, managers didn't wear uniforms. They wore suits.
That's what I would expect.
So I don't know the history of when it just became decided that we're going to have, 67-year-old men with beer guts wear the same uniform that their players are wearing. Can you imagine like the NBA?
Yeah.
Can you imagine those guys?
Oh yeah,
the coaches in like the actual jerseys and shorts.
Or football, like every coach has to have the pads on with the uniform over them.
Yeah.
It's got to be a holdover from the player-coach era, right?
Sure. Can you imagine what Bill Belichick would do? Like if the rules were like you have to wear a uniform, Bill, he would find some way to be the rebel against that. Would he just cut the sleeves off?
He'd go midriff. He'd go the.
Because everybody wants to see Bill Belichick's midriff.
He'd go Zeke Elliott. He would cut it off at the middle. Absolutely.
I think we can all agree nobody wants to see that.
I think so. Yeah.
Okay. Anything going on in the NBA? What's going on with your Knicks?
A bit of a free fall still. I mean, Kemba Walker has not worked out, and there's talk of trading him. And
you know what I noticed the other day? So I don't have an NBA team that I closely follow, but my sons are Cavs fans, and so I just have been noticing like they seem to be winning games. And then I checked the standings; they're in 5th place in the East. The Cavs are. So that
sounds like the Knicks last year, where everybody was kind of like, whoa.
Yeah, very strange.
What's going on?
Very strange.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of strange, that brings us to our topic for today. Going a little bit in a different direction than our typical I guess this fits under our kind of culture category, right?
Sure.
Yeah, that's how we'll justify it. We are going to talk about holiday gifts, trending gifts. We are, in essence, you could put it this way, we are providing our listeners with a public service.
I suppose.
To identify gifts that you could consider giving. So that's kind of how we're thinking about this. We've done a little research. We've had our massive research staff provide us with several lists of top trending gifts for the 2021 holiday season. And so we'll just kind of go back and forth in highlighting ones that we've found and go from there. Does that sound good to you?
I think it sounds good. Yeah.
Okay.
What websites are you working off of?
Well, do we want to reveal our sources? I mean, all the ones I'm working off of, I've already put links in our show notes.
Okay, I'm working off Wirecutter.
Okay.
That's if you don't know Wirecutter, it's a New York Times company, and they do a lot of product testing. But in order to make money, they do a lot of click this link and buy at Amazon sorts of stuff.
Sure. Yeah. So I'm going from – I've got several up here. I've got buybugle.com, buybugle.com. I'm not sure what that is. I've got parade.com. I've got bestproducts.com.
Okay.
goodhousekeeping.com. So those are the ones I'm working off of here. So, all right, you want to start us off, John?
Sure. Let me find a good one here. So Wirecutter's website is broken up into categories.
Yeah.
And right now I'm on I think the category the hardest person to buy for is the father.
Typically, I think that's probably
dads
true.
Do you find that from your boys that you're hard to buy for? Do you get that?
Maybe.
Okay. Well, they have a number of things on here. So my first few, at least, will be from the dad's list.
Okay. So give us one, and then we'll pull one off of my list. We'll kind of bounce back and forth.
So this one I found a little insulting to the dads out there, but they recommend the Panasonic electric body hair trimmer.
Okay.
As a dad gift for $65.
Okay.
Doesn't that sound insulting?
The price or the actual gift?
The gift. Like, here's a body hair trimmer. We've noticed some things.
Well, now
you're of a certain age, Dad.
Yeah. Though, in fairness, one of these sort of transitions in life is when you go to the barber and they trim the ear hair.
Ooh, I'm not ready for this much vulnerability from you.
I'm going to go on record and say I'm there.
Oh gosh.
Yeah. Trim the ear hair. Yeah. Trim the eyebrows a little bit.
Ugh.
So there's a practical reason behind that gift. I can see how though it could feel kind of insulting though.
I don't think this is for the ear though. It feels too big.
So we talking like it's chest?
I was thinking chest, back.
I see. All right. So I'm going to go with this is – let me find it here. Here it is. This gift – and so this is not specific to a gender, okay? This gift – and I could be mispronouncing the name of it, so I'll have to describe it. I think it's pronounced Dodow, Dodow.
Okay. What?
Dodow, something like that.
Okay. What does it do?
Okay. So it is a metronome light scientifically designed to block out overactive thought patterns and lull you into a deep, peaceful sleep fast. Combining yoga, meditation, and behavioral therapy, Dodow is the safe way for anyone to effortlessly fall asleep and stay asleep.
That sounds like a lot of effort to fall. You have to do yoga, behavioral therapy.
I think it's blending insights from those realms. It's just this device you sit next to your bed and it emanates some sort of light and sound wave that's supposed to put you to sleep.
That sounds like a bunch of bunk.
I'm just telling you what I should check the price on this.
Yeah, how much does that cost?
Yeah, how much is this going to set me back here? Let's see. This is going to set me back. See, the problem with clicking on these links now is I'm going to get bombarded with ads forever now.
I'm so excited for you. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. Looking for the price. Get me past the. Oh gosh, I hate that they do this. They make you click through about 80 things to get to the actual price here. Oh. This is unbelievable. It's been advertised on CNN though, so it must be, legit, right?
Does CNN advertise? I guess on commercials, I suppose.
Okay. So you can get one for $59. Or you can buy two at the buy one, get one 50% off.
Why would you need two?
Well, if you want to put one in your kid's room or something like that.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay.
Or if you buy two, you can get one free for $118. So there you go. All right. So, yeah, there you go. What do you got next, John?
So on Wirecutter, they will do a different categories. They'll say, for this kind of dad. And this category jumped out to me.
Okay.
For the jazz historian dad.
Oh, everyone's got one of those in their life.
This is and I'll try to pronounce this correctly, Thelonious Monk Palo Alto Vinyl LP.
Okay.
Apparently, it's a famous jazz record.
All right.
For $25.
Okay. A little more affordable than...
Certainly affordable. Perhaps not in the technological wheelhouse of the modern man.
Okay.
But...
okay.
But yeah. So, I mean, I don't know anything about it, but I found it interesting.
Okay. Gotcha. So my next one is the Core scale. Have you seen these?
The Core scale?
Revolutionary new scale lets you look inside your body. So it's like a scale that you weigh yourself on, but it gives you additional information that is connected to an app.
Like what? Like BMI?
Let's see. It's more like an ultimate smart scale with patented bioelectric impedance analysis technology. When you step on the scale, 4 precision sensors scan and analyze your entire body and break it down into 11 key health metrics. In addition to weight, you can see BMI, body fat, muscle mass, water weight, and more.
How accurate is it?
I have no idea.
Interesting.
So, but again, that might be one of those gifts where it feels like it's a little too close to home. Here's a gift for you. You should be concerned about your weight.
Yeah. That's a rude gift.
Yeah,
you're right.
Unless you specifically ask for it on a list.
Yeah,
it seems like a big risk.
It does. Yeah.
Okay.
I agree. I didn't thought of that because I was trying to understand it at first. But you're right. That's insulting.
Yeah. I mean, that's not a gift that you want to give unsolicited.
Yeah.
What do you got?
So this will be my last one from the dad column. This one I found quirky. Space-time coordinates personalized art print.
Okay. You'll have to unpack that for me.
Okay. So basically what you do is you send this company a date. So like, what's your birthday?
I'm not sure I'm comfortable revealing that information on the pod.
Oh, my goodness.
Okay. It's July 28th, 1973.
Okay. July 20th. You send them that day.
Yeah.
And they give you a printout in like huge piece of art of where all the planets were on that day in our solar system.
Okay. That would go nicely if the year before you named a star after someone that you could then coordinate that. Can you get those two things in conjunction with each other?
With the 30 seconds of research that I've done here, I don't think so. Here, I'll turn it around for you though so you could see. That's what it looks like.
That's kind of cool looking.
So it would be like the position of the planets on your particular birthday.
Or you could do an anniversary maybe.
Yeah, anniversary.
That would seem actually more appropriate.
Potentially.
The planets aligned for us to come together, or maybe the day you met your spouse, something like that. Yeah. Okay. I got one for you.
Okay.
I have the Brill Automatic Toothbrush Sterilizer.
Oh, that's a real problem.
Yeah. Yeah, here's the little tagline with it. Ready? Ew. Did you know that your toothbrush is covered in nasty and potentially dangerous bacteria? Yup. Your brush is like a magnet for the millions of germs that float around your bathroom. Well, isn't that chipper to know?
Yeah, I mean, the toothbrush seems like a pretty unsanitary sort of thing.
Yeah. So this has the power to kill apparently 99.9%.
I know, because they can't guarantee 100%, otherwise they get
Yes.
sued, right?
Sure.
Right? Isn't that the reason for that?
Yeah, I assume so. It comes in multiple colors, so you can distinguish whose is whose, because you wouldn't want to be sticking everyone's nasty toothbrush in the family into the one sterilizer, right? And it says that it's great for your whole body. It kills bacteria that can increase your risk for heart disease, diabetes, and more.
That's intense.
Wow.
That's a big promise.
Yeah. Yeah. I've never had the thought I need to sterilize my toothbrush. I just replaced the head.
You just
I have an
automatic
one. Yeah. What am I blanking on that? Not automatic. Like
electric.
there you go. That's the word I'm looking for. Thank you.
What are you working with? An Oral-B?
Yeah.
This is great content. Anyway, okay, so I moved on to the white elephant category of the Wirecutter website.
Okay. Can I just tell you a quick white elephant story, by the way?
Sure.
So I assume everyone pretty much knows what the concept of a white elephant gift exchange is, right? Everyone brings a gag kind of gift. You pick one. You get to steal gifts from each other. It's, well, during my PhD program, we had a white elephant gift exchange. So I'm all excited. We go, and there was a well-meaning student who stands up, who kind of organized this and said, in the interest of being Christian, we're going to do this, but without any stealing. And I'm like, that's all the fun. Like, really? This feels like a Pharisaical kind of move here, folks. Like really?
To take the stealing out of white elephant?
And present it as this, like, we're taking the moral stand on this, this pagan tradition of stealing. We're going to redeem it.
I can't stand that.
That was rough. Anyway, so what's on the list?
Those neck pillows that you wear on airplanes?
Yes.
This one is shaped like and looks like shrimp.
So it's a neck pillow,
like that U-shaped neck pillow that you would like wear on an airplane around your neck.
Okay.
It looks like shrimp and has a long tail.
Is it just shaped like shrimp, or is it like, does the cover on it like have the look of an actual piece of shrimp?
Both. It is here. I'll turn it around for the visual medium. Portion of our show here.
Yes. Oh yeah, that's nasty.
Yeah, it's not attractive looking shrimp either.
That's absolutely nasty.
So yes, we can get this for our next mystery trip.
Yes, there you go. My next one is the Barks Buddy.
The Barks Buddy.
Yes, it's the fastest way to get any dog to stop barking and listen. It's this like handheld device that it must shoot some sort of like, I don't know, is it a gamma ray? Like at the dog. It probably emits some sort of sound that we can't hear as humans, but dogs can. And
it gets them to stop?
I guess. So, yeah, I mean, we could have used that when we had a dog.
Your dog didn't really bark, though.
He wasn't a big barker. He would just jump on people when people came into the house. So, the Barks Buddy.
The Barks Buddy.
Now, if they could just create one of those that worked on, like, babies.
Okay, yeah, that feels inhumane.
It does. You're right. Next.
Okay, so this is also on the White Elephant page. Quite frankly, the White Elephant page isn't the gold mine I thought it'd be.
Okay.
But I thought this was interesting. The Edgar Allan Poe coloring book. $10 at the time of publication. An adult coloring book at that. I don't know what the word adult means there.
I think it just means grown up in this context, John.
I think so. But I also don't want to roll the dice.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
A lot of ravens all over the cover.
I would think so.
You a big Edgar Allan Poe reader?
No.
No? Too
little grim.
Yeah. I would say so. He is grim.
Yeah. Yeah. So my next one, the neck hammock.
Ooh.
So it's kind of hard to describe, but it's basically, I mean, you think of the concept of a hammock, right? And it goes behind your head or on your neck, and it looks like you attach it to a door handle, the ends of it. So, a normal hammock, the ends are attached to trees, right?
Okay.
So this one, it's attached to a door handle, and it's supposed to soothe neck pain and allow you to relax in bliss. So again, going with the non-visual portion of our program here.
Oh, and you lay on the ground.
You lay on the ground, and then the neck hammock lifts your head off the ground at the right appropriate angle, apparently, to relieve tension in your neck.
I think I'd be nervous I was going to break my neck using that thing, what I just saw.
Or would someone come, you'd have to lock the door. Because if someone came in, you're lying right in front of the door, someone's going to bang that door right into your head.
Or drag your head if it opens the other way.
Oh, what an image. What an image. Okay. What else you got over there?
So this is also on the White Elephant page. A daily calendar with Shakespearean insults.
I have this.
You have this?
I do. Yes.
Oh, my goodness.
Somehow, I can't remember how I came across it, but I gave it to my wife, who's an English teacher.
Of course. Yeah.
She has this, yes.
Okay. Is it clever and fun?
Some of them are, yeah.
Do you remember how much you paid for it?
I don't remember.
Okay.
It was not much.
Here it is for $16.
I did not pay $16.
Okay.
I mean, I think a good chunk of the insults are lost on us today because of the change of language, just even though it's English, obviously, but some of the insults you're just like, yeah, that doesn't mean anything to me.
Okay.
So,
but yeah, Shakespearean insults. I thought that was
that's
a good one.
Yeah. Here you go. This is my last one on this list. Glow Bowl Fresh.
Oh, boy.
Never stumble around trying to find the toilet again. So basically, it's this.
Is it like a nightlight in the toilet?
Yes. Okay. It is a nightlight that you put into the toilet. So here's the description. Bathroom trips at night can be a real pain in the you-know-what. Having to get out of bed, stumbling around to find the light, only to be fully woken up when you finally turn it on. As my dad gets older, he has to go to the bathroom at least twice a night. So now we're back to the dad gifts.
Yeah.
So this year, I purchased something for him that he'll actually use. It's called the Glow Bowl. And it's a motion-activated gadget that sits inside the toilet bowl. When you enter the washroom, the toilet lights up. You can set whichever color you want. It's multicolored, John.
Oh boy.
It also has a built-in air freshener to leave the bathroom smelling great.
Okay.
Yeah. I thought you might pitch it even towards the kids, right? Like they get up in the middle of the night, you want them to actually find the toilet,
and turn on the light and all those things.
But apparently it's pitched towards the old folks. Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, I went on the mom's list for this, and I found nothing of interest.
Nothing on the mom's list?
That was at least a little humorous.
Okay.
So, and now I'm in the midst of struggle.
Okay. Yeah, I did look for one of these lists for gifts for her. And I also was a bit unsuccessful in finding anything that I thought.
Let's be real though, buying gifts for women is scary.
Oh, it's terrifying.
It's. I think that's why I'm struggling to find the humor in it. It's like, oh, this is dangerous.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
There are landmines everywhere.
Everywhere. Yeah, I was trying to see. Here you go, a pet portrait necklace.
What is that?
So you get a little picture of the pet in this little like locket kind of thing with the pet's name. Yeah, I'm just not seeing much here.
Well, I think we're at a moment where we could transition out.
Yeah, are you done with your Christmas shopping, by the way?
Yes, we've been done for 3 weeks.
We, meaning you and your wife, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
So, so how does that work in you? Like, do you have responsibility for how do you guys break down the responsibilities for Christmas shopping?
Oh my. We put everybody's name down that we need to get a gift for. And then we just sort of brainstorm our way through it.
Okay.
And usually I'm on Amazon. And
so it's kind of a joint activity then.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay.
And then but if there's like, we can't think of anything. If it's my family, I come up with it. If it's her family, she comes up with it.
Okay.
So that's pretty much how it falls.
Seems reasonable.
Yeah. How do you guys do it?
I am only responsible for my wife's gifts.
That's what I would have suspected.
Yes. That's it. That's the list.
Okay.
My wife handles all the others. All the other Christmas shopping for my family, her family. Yeah. She's a remarkable woman. In any case, yeah, I think that's our segment on holiday gifts.
Yeah. Whether it was worth anything?
I don't know. I don't know.
It went by quickly.
Hey, at the least, if you're listening to this, while you're on the way to seeing family for Christmas, we've killed a good 23 minutes with that segment, I think.
Yep.
22
Yep.
with that segment. So time now to move on to this day in sports history. So do you want to read through those or you want me to?
Sure, I can.
Okay.
1950, Vic Janowicz, pronounce that for me. Janowicz wins the Heisman Trophy.
Yeah, from Ohio State. Yep, back in 1950. Yep.
1976, Joe Namath plays his last game for the Jets. That's quite sad.
I thought you'd appreciate that one right there.
Quite sad. 2011, Robert Griffin Jr. III wins the Heisman Trophy.
Are you still a junior, though, if you've got the third?
No, you're not. That's a joke from the Dan Patrick Show.
Okay.
They call everybody Junior the Third.
Okay.
And it started with Robert Griffin.
Okay. All right.
Is where that joke started on that show.
Yeah. He had a great start in the NFL, and then he got hurt.
Yes.
And he just was not the same explosive athlete.
Mm-hmm. Because he wouldn't duck out of bounds, I think was the big issue, or slide.
Yeah. So, I'm guessing which way you might lean on that list.
There's not too many good things to talk about with the Jets these days.
Yeah, well, I mean, I figured once I put that on there, that'll probably be our winner chicken dinner.
Joe Willie
Namath it is. So, all right, one thing you liked.
Okay, this week, I don't think I've said this before. We were talking before pod about it. Maybe I said it last week and I just don't remember, but here we go. I will say I have been reading through the Alistair McGrath new biography of C.S. Lewis.
Okay.
And that has been remarkable. That has been really, really good.
Okay. Any particular things that have stood out to you? Because this is not your first rodeo with C.S. Lewis. You were generally familiar with his life.
I had never read a biography of him before. So I think I knew that he wrote Narnia. I think I knew that he grew up as an atheist for the most part. But I did not know, like, for instance, I did not know he was from Ireland.
Okay.
I did not know that he fought for the British in World War I. I did not know that he was injured at war. I did not know these things.
You didn't. Okay.
Also reading about like the what's the word I'm looking for? Like the traditions surrounding education in Britain at the time. Fascinating stuff.
Yeah.
Absolutely fascinating.
Okay. Have you gotten to the section yet where they talk about the Inklings, about his relationship with Tolkien?
In the biography I'm reading, he has just met Tolkien.
Okay.
So they have a budding friendship at the moment.
All right. Gotcha. Well, for me, I really struggled to come up with something, and I think I just kind of landed on the end of the semester.
It was a busy week.
Yeah, last week was the last week of classes. I administered 2 final exams on Friday. My perspective on finals is borrowed from the words of Jesus. It is always more blessed to give than to receive. And so just a very busy academic session coming to an end. I have a little bit of grading to finish up at this point, but yeah, just grateful that it's done.
Yep.
And now a little bit of downtime as we head into the holidays here.
Yep.
So we've talked some sports. We've talked about your name change. Yeah,
Paul Sloat.
Yeah, Paul Sloat. Are you going to stick with the same middle name, Scott? Paul Scott Sloat?
P.S. Sloat.
But you're not British. Like, that feels like a very British thing to go with the initials.
That's true.
I mean, yeah, M.S. Harmon.
Sounds like you have a disease.
Yeah. You know, it would almost be better to go M. Scott Harmon.
Interesting.
But I think we'll just go with Matt. It's fine. It's good. We've talked trending holiday gifts, so we've tried to do you a solid and help you out there with some possible suggestions. We've talked about Joe Namath playing his final game for the Jets. Jets.
And then I think he went on to play for the Los Angeles Rams for a bit.
That sounds right. So I think by definition, we've covered our various and sundry topics. Ready to call mission accomplished?
Yeah, I think so.
All right. It's that time. So all that's left to say at this point is, until next time, the Lord bless you all real good.
Later.